Man, what is the dealio, y'all? Listen, if you made money today in the stock market, be sure to drop it in the comments and let me know how much you made and what stock you made money off of. All right. It's been a crazy day in the market today. We had obviously some sell-offs that crashed the market again. And so I got a trade of the day today. Now I got a trade of the day, but I want to give you this lesson. All right. And the lesson is I always try to make sure I have a lesson with my trades of the day, right? The lesson for today is on Fridays for me, I like to go light. All right. It's not about being greedy. Greed is gonna kill you every time. All right. So I made on one of my trades, I made 80 bucks on Micron. All right. I caught this on Sunday on the on the watch list, right? When I went live. All right. It finally panned out today and we made money with it. Now, on Fridays, I personally like to size lightly. All right. I like to size lighter on Fridays because I don't want to give back any gains that I had throughout the week, right? Maybe being in a trade longer or whatever. And also these are zero date to expirations, all right? Zero DTE. So they move fast to the upside and they also move fast to the downside. And I also want you to understand that you can make a lot of money, but if you could make a lot of money, you could lose a lot of money as well, right? So you want to be able to balance it out. So on Fridays, I like to go lighter in my positions. This is a time where I was like, damn, I should have went heavier, right? I should have went 2 to 3x the size because this was a banger right here, all right? So we hit 14% on Micron today, all right? So I got this pulled up right here. So as you can see, we got in a put on Micron, so we rode it to the downside, right? Now, I only got 5 contracts and at 112 each. That was only 560 bucks. If I knew what I knew, right? And it was a great play, but I got in on the 5-minute time frame instead of the 15-minute. And that's why I sized a little bit lighter, because there was a possibility that it was gonna go to the upside, right? A slight possibility. So I said, I'm gonna go in lighter simply because I'm getting in on the 5-minute and we have 5 more minutes until the 15-minute time frame close. So that is why I ended up sizing lighter as well, all right? So there's a method to all of my madness. So 560, I was only in the trade for 2 minutes, and then we got 14% on that, right? 560 made 640 in total. That's 79.39 in profit. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the charts and then I'm gonna show you exactly what happened. All right, so let's get it. All right, so before we go into the actual play, I want to go to the daily time frame. All right, so on Sunday, I caught this. All right, I said, hey y'all, Micron is coming down. Right, this is on the daily time frame. Let's make this smaller. All right, boom. All right, cool. So on this daily time frame right here, you see this, okay? So make this smaller. All right, boom. Well, let's go to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour time frame right here, right, we see Micron. We had a strong move to the downside, and then we have it's rejecting, right? Now, if you look at it, I said below right here is gonna be puts, right? Below right here is gonna be puts because we got the move, we got the flag. If we come down and we break the flag out, break out of the flag, then we're going down, right? On the daily time frame, let me see something. On a daily time frame, it looks even bigger. Oh yeah, you got to zoom out some, right? So this is the daily time frame. That's what I meant to show you. So this was a move to the downside, right? Boom. And then I said we could be coming down, right? Because it's been rejecting lower and lower and lower. So we come up here like this, all right? Boom, and then we got right here, right? So this is like a big bear flag right there, right? That's what I see. But if we zoom in a little bit, I saw the bear flag forming I saw the bear flag forming on the 4 hour, right? So boom. So I said, all right, y'all, if we break below here, then we got puts coming in, right? So let's go back to the 30-minute or the 15, doesn't matter. So I saw this right here, right? I said, okay, so we've been coming down. So yesterday we had a red day, came down, then we just consolidated, right? It came down a little bit, but not really, right? We just consolidated after the come down. So we got the boom and then we got the consolidation. And so the bottom of this flag right here is 89, right? 89.68, right? So what I did was, this is the 30-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute. All right. So I just had these ready. I was just waiting on this level to break, right? Now, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, this is a big candle right here, right? It's a big red candle right here, and then we have a little bit more to the downside. All right. But so I was looking at this, and on the 15-minute, it broke the level. But we had like 7 minutes left on the 15-minute time frame. And so basically, I would have had to wait until here, and then I wouldn't have gotten that move until later on, right? So then I switched to the 5-minute time frame, and I saw that it closed right here at this level, but I didn't want it to reverse. So I waited on the 5-minute time frame. It came down. And so I told everybody, I said, all right, y'all, I said, I'm going to enter in lightly on the 5-minute time frame because this candle came down here, came up, and right here. But I figured, I was like, okay, if we close under here, which is under this resistance, this support level right here, we're coming down. I didn't want the whole move to happen, which it did on the 15-minute. If I would have waited till the 15-minute closes, I wouldn't have been able to get in on the next candle, right? And if I did get in, I would have got right here, had to wait, and then it would have came down later on, right? But I wanted to get that move a little bit earlier. So I got it on this 5-minute time frame right here. And I got it on the 5-minute time frame on this candle right here. So I got in on this candle, right? On this candle right here. Okay, so this was my entry. Not entry. All right. So my entry was once this 5-minute candle opened up and it came up a little bit, I entered in, and then literally, boom, right? And we just started coming down. We came down a little bit, and then it just started printing, right? It just started printing money. And then once it came about right here, that's when I got out. I was up about 16%, and I got out at 14% in total. All right? And then this was my exit right here. Right here. All right? And a lot of people ate off of this one right here. Could I have gotten this trade right here earlier? Yes. But it did not break my support level, so I knew that I was not going to get in. Now, on the 5-minute, it broke below this level, and so I said, okay, cool. It could have potentially been a wick, and it could have potentially reversed on the 15-minute, but it didn't because the selling pressure was so much. And as you can see right here, there was a lot of selling volume, right? So that's what also had me be comfortable in getting in this trade a little bit earlier than I would have liked to, right? So we got in on this candle, and we got out at the bottom of the candle, quick snipe, 14%, and we was good to go. Now, as you can see, it did come down more, right? But we got what we was looking for right here on this play, all right? So literally, that was a quick 2 minutes. That was 14% on my money, all right? And like I always say, right, it's not about the dollar amount. It's about how much percentage return did I get on my money. If I went to the bank today and I gave them $560 and I said, hey, let me get 14% on my money back in 2 minutes, they can't do it. They can't do it, right? So understand the perspective. I would rather make 14%, $80, right, than lose $100, than lose $300, because every single day is people in the market getting put in the blender and becoming a what? A smoothie, all right? We don't want to become smoothies out here. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you're honoring the levels and you know your strategy and you know what you're doing. All right. I'm not mad at 14%. I'm not mad at $80 because the beautiful part is if you take 2 to 3 trades a day and each trade, one you get 14%, one you get 6%, one you get 17%, you up big on a day. And you ain't got to do anything else, right? So between 1 and 3 trades a day, depending on how you feeling, what the day is, how the market sentiment is, you have a lot of opportunities in the market to be able to make life-changing money. All right, so that's how we smacked Micron, MU. I called that on Sunday. I saw it coming. I waited till the play developed. The play broke my level. I got in, simple as pie. All right, that's all you got to do when you trade. Respect your levels, know your plan, know your game plan. Don't force anything. And then if you take a trade that you force or that's not a part of your plan, you gonna lose. I can almost guarantee you that. All right. So I hope you finished out the week strong. Next week we're gonna have another amazing week. All right. Always remember, get out of your head and go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. And also remember, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Peace.